How long have I been going to the carnival? Man, my mother was most probably pushing me in the pram. As long as I can remember, I remember my teenage years going to the carnival, going to my dad and say, Dad, can I have 20 pence? And so, yeah, I've been going for at least, 40 years.
Everybody went into the carnival. There'd be that many marching bands. The parade would be miles and miles long. It was fantastic. It was one of the best days ever in Newport. It was absolutely amazing.
Nothing mattered between March and August. It was purely carnival. Didn't go into work, didn't do anything, certainly didn't do any housework for my mother. He just took over the whole house, the garden, everything was carnival.
Pillgwenlly in Newport may look like a typical dockside area, but each year it's home to one of the most popular events in the community calendar, Pill Carnival.
Well, it's just everybody turns out, not just from Pill, they come from all over Newport. We have people coming from Devon and Cornwall and all. But it's the community spirit, and it's everybody mixing, every culture, every creed, every nationality. They line in the streets, and as soon as the music starts, it's carnival.
To the Pill Mill. Yeah. So normally you do.
Volunteers from the Pill Carnival committee meet regularly to plan each year's event. Anne Barton, who runs the local florist, is one of the longest serving members.
I started off with doing the Carnival Queen competition, and then eventually I was on the actual parade and doing the parade side of it. It's a lovely job, it's a hard job, but I get a lot of satisfaction from doing the job.
Pill Carnival has been running for almost 50 years. Every August bank holiday, the streets become a sea of colour, celebrating one of South Wales' most culturally diverse communities.
We haven't had one for 2 years, and people missed it. And we didn't want them to think that that was going to be it. There wasn't going to be another Pill Carnival. So this one is very special. It is make up for lost time.
After a 3-year absence due to COVID, this year's carnival is finally underway, and the sun is shining on the people of Pill.
The carnival has a real history where the Black, Caribbean, the African, the different backgrounds and different, cultures come together, as well as the community at large. And it's been one of those things we've always looked forward to. Can't wait for the carnival, can't wait for the fair, can't wait to, to come, because it was a once-a-year event.
Right, I run the Carnival Queen competition, which is open to any girl that lives in Newport. We've got the smallest Carnival Queen we have ever had. So this will be her gown, right? And then this one then will be the girl that's the attendant. All the Carnival Queen girls come and they dress in the back room and they leave from here. We organise dresses for them, and we organise the floats and decorate the floats, and then we put the floats into the beginning of the procession. I get really excited. It's like a child, really.
Anne isn't the only one who has dedicated her life to the carnival cause. Billy Coughlin, known locally as the Carnival King, spent 40 years making floats for the Royal Oak and won first prize almost every time.
He constructed floats from start to finish, and he put it together. He did all the artwork himself. 1974, I think, was his first one. He was a very perfectionist. Once he got an idea in his head, whether you liked it or not, he ran with it. And 9 times out of 10, it worked out for the best. Very honest, very hardworking, brilliant artist. Put his everything into the carnival floats because he knew it was for the children. But everything was for the children. My dad did the French Revolution. He had a working guillotine, and he built a mannequin without a rope on from the head to the body. So we would chop off the head, pull the rope, the head would reattach, Things that you put, there's so much detail went into these floats. There was one called 10 Cents, which was absolutely amazing. It was a giant yellow tug with a caricature face on it. It was enormous. Somebody actually copied his in Canada.
A lot of people come forward and want to do a float, voluntary. Some we have to, I don't say force, but we do try our best. But they come in and they put their names down. They don't tell you what they're doing. They just want to float, and we arrange to get them all lorries. And it's very, very cloak and dagger. Nobody tells you what they're doing or what their theme is, because there's a cash prize.
The best floats, hands down Royal Oak, because I'm telling you, they must start doing their float a year in advance, because it's always so well painted. They do go really creative and big, and you definitely don't miss them. You definitely spot them from a mile away. And they always do like fairy tale stuff, which is really cool for the kids. The kids love it, and everyone really dresses up and makes the effort.
Nyla Webb works as a youth worker in Newport. Like so many in the community, Pill Carnival holds a special place in her heart.
So my auntie was a big community spirit. Yeah, she was just really cool, you know, just getting the community involved in different projects. She was a big performer. She loved the spotlight, loved to make a bit of noise. You know, she was definitely going to get involved in Pill Carnival, because she would always be here for Pill Carnival. Even when she lived away, she would come down. And my auntie wanted to start getting involved in the processions and doing the floats and stuff. And I remember she came 3rd place, and she was buzzing, like absolutely buzzing. And I remember she said to me, you know, maybe next year we'll come first. And then unfortunately in 2018, in May, she passed away. Because this was something that I did share with my auntie, I knew I had to carry on my legacy. So with the carnival in 2018, all my family got together and we decided to do Lynette's Carnival of Life. You know, making real carnival vibes. We all dressed up. My auntie's face on the front of the float, and she was decorated, and so she looked like she was in the sun, which was really nice. And we came first. And I remember when they told us we came first, I just burst out crying. So I was like, she said that. She wanted to come first, and we did. We did it for her. And then this year, it was kind of crazy because everyone was busy, everyone had their own stuff going on, and didn't really have any support to do the float. Now I've got to do it, because my auntie would. She wouldn't care about anyone else. And she'd be like, well, I want to do it, so I'm going to do it regardless. So I did. My auntie had her own allotment, so I thought that'd be a cool thing to do Lynette's allotment. It wasn't what I thought it was going to be, but still, I know that she would be proud that I made it happen. And I run up and down like a scarecrow and danced all around Pill. So, yeah, it was good.
My fondest memory, goodness, of the Pill Carnival, just family, just being there with my family. My dad passed away a number of years ago, and my auntie was going through the old photographs, and she found a photograph of my dad, my uncle from London, and my cousin on my dad's shoulders outside what was the Welcome Home pub just on the front line as the carnival was going past.
It's hard to do Pill Carnival now because over the years it have changed so much with health and safety and all the different regulations, but it's still worth the effort. It's the same every year. It's when the people stand there and they clap and they cheer. For all the strain and the worry, it's worth it at that moment. It's lovely.
Pill Carnival has changed over the years, you know, as of the world, as of the economy, as communities. And there's lots of talks about, you know, the Pill Carnival coming to an end and needing someone to take it over, because I think it'll be a shame not for it to keep going, and it will be missed, especially by those who grew up in Pill and have watched it over the years.
I know the guys on the committee have done amazing over the years. Anne, for instance, and I know that it comes a time where you've got to retire and move on. But I really feel that we should try and get, especially the younger generation, involved, but also take it to the next level. I don't think we'll ever get to the Notting Hill Carnival, but to be in that place where it builds community, not just in Newport, but in Gwent and South Wales.
It does bring the community together, and I think that is the one day and one of the only days of the year that Pill gets together as a community and just share good times. That's what it's about. Good vibes, good times, celebrating diversity, culture, and life.
Yahweh, Yahweh, holy is your name. I'm gonna make it today. There will be no other God before you. There is no one. So that's how we are. It's like, I love you, Lord. Though your mercy never fails me, all my days I've been held in your hands. From the moment that I wake up until I lay my head, I will sing of the goodness of God. So they're all the songs you do. So yeah.